I'm Gene Sherrard. Welcome to our online-only feature, Seattle Now and Then 360. Late last summer, I spent a balmy afternoon with a crew of intrepid East Side explorers and history buffs who told me of their discovery of the footprint of a long-lost 1874 coal tramway in a suburban gully. Here's their story. Let's dispel some myths. X rarely marks the spot. Most eureka moments occur after long and exacting endeavor, and there is no free lunch. Actually solving a mystery demands insight, hard work, and occasionally dumb luck. One crew of historical treasure hunters did just that, combining resources to defy the odds, and with two extraordinary images pointing the way, rediscover a slice of a forgotten world. In our July 21st column, we featured Kurt E. Armbruster's book, Pacific Coast, Seattle's Own Railroad, which relates a blockbuster story of trains and coal. Well, here's the prequel. 4 years before the first steam engine rounded the southern bend of Lake Washington, the Seattle Coal and Transportation Company built a 1,200-foot tramway, descending precipitously from a collection point in the Newcastle hills to docks on the lake. For 39 months, between October 1874 and January 1878, the counterbalanced trams, each hauling 3 tons of coal, made more than 85,000 trips. In 1874, 9,027 tons of coal were delivered by Seattle Coal and Transportation to Seattle docks. In 1875, the first full year after the tramway's completion, the company delivered 70,157 tons. Muscling the trams onto barges docked at the tramway's foot was only the first stage of a complicated gargantuan journey. Towed 10 miles north, the trams were offloaded onto tracks crossing the quarter-mile-wide Montlake Portage and rolled onto barges traversing Lake Union. More tracks led to bunkers at the foot of Pike Street, whence waiting freighters delivered coal to energy-hungry San Francisco. Although this history was thoroughly documented, one nagging question persisted. Exactly where was that first inclined tramway? The missing link emerged when a unique pair of 145-year-old photos arrived out of the blue at the East Side Heritage Center. Tantalizing clues beckoned. Rising to the occasion was a crack team of investigators from railroad and maritime buffs to Newcastle coal mine authorities, even a scuba diver. For several years, armed with metal detectors, diving equipment, and hiking boots, they combed possible locations. Our then photos supplied talismanic authority, but could its unique view ever be rediscovered amid a clutter of suburban roads and houses? Their final answer, a resounding yes. Months of toil culminated in their discovery of an untouched, ivy-choked gully, originally carved out by the tramway between Lake Washington Boulevard and Interstate 405. Celebrating this eureka moment, they marked the spot with an enthusiastic but figurative X. Eastside historian Kent Sullivan offers the following coda. We're just people who are willing to pick at threads. We pull on them without a clue as to whether they lead to an end, and what's even more exciting, he confesses, is if there isn't any end. Please join the Newcastle Historical Society at 7 p.m., September 26th, at Bellevue Library's Room 1 for a presentation on this discovery and other rare images. Looking west from the top of the tramway under construction, an unknown photographer snapped our then photo in the summer of 1874. In October of that year, trams loaded with coal began their round trips to the Seattle waterfront. An almost invisible ghost of Mercer Island hovers in the upper distance. Shot on the same day as our primary then photo, this east-facing prospect looks in the other direction, up the tramway, toward the mines of Newcastle.